I have this shot of this cat, and right now I've only tracked half of its face, and I'll export it to Cinema 4D. I'll open this in Cinema 4D, and the first thing I'll do is right-click and convert the object selection to Xref. Lockdown, tracking, data. If you don't know what an Xref is, an Xref references another project. So for example, I'll open this lockdown tracking data file. Here it is. And on the material, I'll just make it transparent for example's sake, so you can see there was a change there. If I look back in cat.c4d, that change hasn't been applied. If I save this file, and then I go back into cat C4D, disable, re-enable, that change has been applied. So let's take that concept, and instead of using a material, let's use all the tracking data. I just fixed the transparency. So we're working in our shot, and we have our mesh attachment here on the eye. And I'll create an object, put it on the eye, and whatever, I'll just add a material too, just so it's something. Great. I'll save this. But now I realize this cat has two eyes. How did I forget? I'll track the other part of the face. I'll create another transform for this eye. And now my plan is to overwrite the tracking data, but not the animation scene data. I'll go into Cinema 4D, and it's definitely a good idea to save and close both of these. Then I'll go to Export 3D. Remember, the frames are already rendered. And I'll overwrite lockdown tracking data. Now, when I open lockdown tracking data.c4d, unfortunately, you will have to reconnect these textures manually. We'll update this in a future version of Lockdown so it's smart enough to see the textures that already exist. Sorry about that. We'll patch that soon. But anyway, the tracking data has been updated, so I'll save it. Then, I'll open cat.c4d. And you can see that this is still attached. The reason why this is okay is that the hierarchy here from lockdown tracking data to this group, to this group, to this group, all the way down here hasn't changed since we overwrote that other file. And now we can add an object to the other eye and keep working. So the Xref system is probably the best way to work with Lockdown to keep your workflow totally flexible.